Today we will be making a laptop or tablet sleeve, which is named as Daisy because of the flower patterns. If you want a written version of this pattern, please refer to the description box. Here are the materials that we need. I will be using medium weight yarn, but you can also use lightweight yarn. This is made by lightweight yarn, and this is made by medium weight yarn. The one made by medium weight yarn is thicker and the flower patterns are larger. I prefer medium weight yarn because it will be thicker, provide more protection to your laptop, and less time consuming. I will be using 5mm hook, and you will also need scissors, yarn needle, button, and stitch marker, which is optional. So let's get started. I will be making an iPad sleeve today. Make a slip knot and chain until the desired width. Make sure it is a multiple of 6. I am chaining 24 for my iPad sleeve, and just for your information, I chained 42 for my laptop sleeve, which is a MacBook Pro. After chaining 24, chain one more as our turning chain. In the first row, we will be crocheting in these little bumps. You will see them when you turn your chain a little bit, and we will be crocheting in these little bumps. Skip the first stitch we just made and single crochet into the second stitch. You can mark your first stitch with a stitch marker. Continue with single crochet in the first row. I have reached the end of the row, and we will continue crocheting in a round. Turn your work upside down and single crochet into each of the V shape. I'll be crocheting the tail together so that I do not need to sew it in later. Make one single crochet in this stitch until the end of the row. After a few stitches, you can cut the remaining tail. Once you reach the end of the row, insert the hook into the first stitch and slip stitch. For row 2, chain 3. Make 3 double crochet into the same stitch. Now we can remove the stitch marker and mark our first stitch in the second row. Then skip 2 stitches. In the third stitch, double crochet 3. Keep repeating double crochet 3, skip 2 until the end of the row. When you reach the end of the row, there should be 2 stitches left. We will skip these 2 stitches and slip stitch into the first stitch. For row 3, chain 3. Make 3 double crochet into the 2 stitches space we just made, which should be the space right below. For the third double crochet, stop at the last 2 loops. We are going to drop the yarn, loop the white yarn onto the hook. And pull it through the 2 loops. Continue to work with the white yarn, double crochet 3 into the next space. Make sure the yellow yarn and the tail are crocheted together, which means that when you insert your hook, the yarn should be over your hook. Again, stop at the last 2 loops and change back to yellow yarn. Before changing the yarn, make sure you pull the yarn a little bit tighter. Pull it through the 2 loops, double crochet 3 into the next space. Stop at the last 2 loops and change back to white. Double crochet 3 into the next space. Stop at the last 2 loops and change back to yellow. Now we can cut the remaining tail of the white yarn. Keep switching between colors and double crochet 3 until the end of the row. This is the last space of the row and we do not need to switch color in the last stitch. Keep working with the white yarn. Slip stitch into the first stitch. When inserting the hook, make sure the yellow yarn is above your hook. For row 4, we will only be working with white yarn, so we do not need to bring through the yellow yarn. Simply drop it at the start of the row. Chain 3, Double crochet 3 into the space right below. Continue working in the next space. Double crochet 3. Keep repeating until the end of the row. Once you reach the end of the row, slip stitch into the first stitch. Make sure the yellow yarn is above your hook. For row 5, chain 3, double crochet 3 into the space right below. Stop at the last 2 loops. Change to yellow. Double crochet 3 into the next space. At the last 2 loops, change back to white. Similar to row 3, just keep repeating and changing colors until the end of the row. For the last stitch, we do not need to change color. Slip stitch into the first stitch. Make sure the white yarn is above your hook. For row 6, we will only be working with yellow yarn. Drop the white yarn, chain 3, double crochet 3 into the space right below. Keep doing double crochet 3 until the end of the row. Once you reach the end of the row, slip stitch into the first stitch. Make sure the white yarn is above your hook. Now keep repeating row 3 to row 6 until you nearly reach the ideal height of the sleeve. It should be 1 to 2 centimeters apart from your ideal height, because we will add 2 rows of single crochet later. Note this is around 1 to 2 centimeters apart from my ideal height. We will be doing 2 rows of single crochet with the color you prefer. I'll be using yellow. Chain 1 and start doing single crochet. In the space right below, single crochet 3. Bring the white yarn together so that we can hide the tail of the white yarn. In the next space, single crochet 3. And keep repeating single crochet 3 until the end of the row. After crocheting a few stitches, cut the white yarn. Once you reach the end of the row, slip stitch into the first stitch. And we'll be doing one more row of single crochet. Chain 1, single crochet 1 into each stitch until the end of the row. Once you reach the end of the row, slip stitch, chain 1 and cut the yarn. Sew in the tail with the yarn needle. Last but not least, we will sew in the button and the string for the button. Find the middle point of the sleeve and sew in the button. For the string, we will simply crochet some chains for it. Make a slip knot and chain until it is long enough. I have chained 12. Now find the middle point of the other side and sew in the string.